Do you find that you keep asking the question, am I settling? That you've got this feeling within inside of you that you just can't seem to comprehend, and you think that this uneasiness may be because you're not in the right relationship. In today's video, I'm going to give you a few points to consider so that you can reach the answer for yourselves. Let's get into this. What's up, guys? My name is Sabrina Naayantara, and this is Manifest with Naayantara. I'm a holistic mindset coach specializing in personal development. Today, we're going to really get into whether or not you are settling. I want you guys to drop comments, like, share, and subscribe, and do all of that good stuff so we can continue to grow these amazing types of channels. So the first point we're going to get into is did you know what you wanted before you even got into a relationship? And when I say did you know what you wanted, did you know what your values were? Were you cognizant of your likes and dislikes? Did you know what kind of partner you wanted and what they would have to bring to the table for you to feel satisfied? Did you know what your love languages were, and did you pick a partner that was able to deliver on those love languages, or at least were open to learning about it? When we find ourselves in situations like this where we're asking ourselves the questions of, am I settling? Part of it is because our needs are not being met. And when you find yourself in that situation, this is when it's good for you to ask yourself, did I even know what I wanted before I got into the relationship? Do your core values align? As in, your life goals. Are you guys going in the same direction as each other? Are you converging or are you diverging? Do you both want marriage? Do you both want children? These are big ones. I have spoken to people that have gotten into relationships and wanted children, but the partner that they're with does not want children. And so you know what happens to that relationship? They separate because their life goal, their core value did not match. If you find yourself asking questions such as, am I settling? Check out whether your core values align with your partner's or not. Because if you feel like you're not building and growing and you're stagnant and nothing's moving forward, it may be because what you want is different to what your partner wants. And for those of you that question yourselves and think, damn, I don't even know what my core values are, I have designed a really simple quiz that you can take. I've put the link in the description. Take it, do the quiz, see what the answer is. And also, guys, remember that our values do change with the seasons that we find ourselves in. As we go through life and evolve, our values change also. So take that into consideration. Have your needs changed and evolved? When we begin to elevate ourselves and we begin to surround ourselves with new things, with things that inspire us, with different types of people, and we forge new connections, it means that our internal environments are then beginning to change. With that also, our frequency is raising. We're getting into different spaces now, and what we're manifesting is different alongside that. So have a look at whether your needs and your wants have evolved or not. And if they have, think about talking to your partner about those things. Express that they have changed and give your partner a chance to see if they're going to be able to actually deliver on what it is that you truly need. If you don't give them an opportunity to evolve alongside you, then you may end up severing something that could have turned into exactly what you want. So give that person an opportunity to catch up with you. If you've done it and they don't, and you find that you're still unsatisfied, well, that's a different story. Another point to consider is this a pattern that you are repeating? Look over your relationship history. Have a look and see what patterns you tend to get into. Do you get a 3-year itch? Do you get a 5-year itch? Is there something that you keep repeating over and over again that ends up leading to the relationship being dissolved, or even ends up leading to you feeling dissatisfied? Have a check on that, because if you can see that there's been a pattern that you have successfully implemented time and time again, you're not going to ever have a relationship that satisfies you until you can really address that pattern. Is this just a calm period in your relationship? Are you just feeling a little bit bored? We all have situations like this. It's just like when you walk into your house and you can see the furniture's been in the same spot time and time again. Sofa ain't moved, TV's in the same place, and you're thinking to yourself, gosh, I just want to move home. When really, it could be as simple as rearranging your furniture. So, consider that you might need to inject some life into your relationship if you are just in a calm period. If the person that you're with is good to you and healthy and you actually feel satisfied with what they give to you, it may just be that you need to inject a little bit of life into it. The last point that I'm going to bring you to, guys, and I think that this is a really important one for you to really be able to look at your relationship and decide whether you want to move on or not. Do you prefer to be with your friends as opposed to your partner mostly? Now, we know that there are healthy levels of independence where we're doing our own thing and our partner's doing their own thing, and then we come together and we co-create. It's wonderful. That's one thing. It's a completely separate thing for you to be always wanting to be out with your friends and never wanting to spend time with your partner. That is an indication that something is awry. So check it for yourself. Do you prefer to be with your friends instead of with your partner most of the time? And if you do, I urge you to examine your relationship closely and have a real good look at it, because it's most likely that there's something happening there that just isn't making you happy. It's just not ticking that box, not hitting that spot, right? And if you're going to be in a relationship and you're going to be investing your time in this, then you should be in something that is going to tick and make you feel good majority of the time. So when we come to places where we're asking ourselves the question of, am I settling? And we've asked ourselves over and over again, and we've asked the questions, is this just a calm period? Do our values align? Do we have the same type of life goals? Are we actually building and growing? Do we just need a little bit of a shake-up? And you've asked yourselves these things in order to determine where you actually are on the scale, or should we stay together, or should we leave? If you find that you're veering onto the side of we should actually stay together, then you know that you've got something that you can work on, especially when you've got a partner that you can really express yourself to and talk to. And that's something that you can really engage in together, and you can do the work that you need to do. And if you need to, you can go out there and you can get therapy, and you can get counseling, you can get a relationship coach that helps you to get even further along so that you are really, really happy in that relationship. However, if you find yourself over to this side where you're kind of like, actually, all of the questions that I've asked have led me over here, this is not really working out for me. This is not really what I want. We don't have the same values. We don't align on many of the things that I want in my life. This is when you have to be really honest with yourself and dig deep, and never stay in a situation just because it's comfortable and because you're afraid of the future. Trust yourself enough, do the work enough within yourself where your self-concept is big enough that you know no matter what happens, you're going to figure it out, you're going to handle it, and you're going to be okay. And also remember, there are billions of people in the world, all over the place, in all different countries. You are not in 2 countries at once. You're in 1 country right now watching this video. There are so many other people in different places. You are always going to come across somebody who wants to be with you, who wants to share with you. And you will come across other people that have the same values, the same life goals, or very similar, and are open and want to explore a life with you. So never stick with somebody just because you think it's always better the devil I know. So my loves, this is the end of the video. Again, like, share, subscribe, and do all of that good stuff. And as you guys know, I will see y'all in the next video.